Hello, and thank you for joining us on T311 News at noon. I am Hoyt. On this Monday that feels like a holiday, here are three things that you need to know. Multiple mass shootings rocking American cities over this weekend. In less than 2 minutes, what we know about the investigations in Wichita, Kansas, and Baltimore, where teenagers got caught in the crossfire.
Hi, I'm Gino Vici with a new opioid treatment program that brings help right to those in need.
Our independence. Whether you're looking for local events or ready to enjoy or pursue happiness from the comforts of your home, we've got everything you need to know ahead of tomorrow's holiday. We also have a hot holiday on tap. Meteorologist Scott Covert is here with us with an update on what we've got on this Monday holiday feeling kind of day.
Yeah, no question about it. It's hot out there right now. I'm tracking temperatures largely in the 90s across Arkansas here at the noon hour. And while yes, that's hot and it's humid, it's not as bad as it was last week. Here's the numbers. Right now in Little Rock, we sit at 93. It's also 93 in Arkadelphia, 90 in Batesville and Searcy, 91 right now in Pine Bluff. I'm keeping a close eye on radar, and if you just take a quick glance, you're not going to find much. However, over the last 10 minutes, I'm starting to see some of those very spotty showers begin to develop. You can see some of those in Hot Spring County. You can see some developing in Montgomery County. These are pretty spotty, but we'll likely see more of those develop today. Your chance of rain 30% with a high of 95 degrees on an otherwise hot and humid afternoon. More rain possible. Today's chances are going to be highest in South Arkansas. North of Interstate 40, I think you're only looking at about a 10 to 20% chance of rain. But tomorrow we'll have to track some more showers and storms that very well could impact your holiday festivities. I've got brand new model information for you coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, Scott, thank you. New at noon, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders has filled the vacant state Supreme Court seat with a familiar legal and political figure here in Central Arkansas. Former federal prosecutor Cody Highland will take over the term of Justice Robin Wynn, who died unexpectedly 2 weeks ago. Highland's appointment cements a conservative majority on the 7-member High Court. Voters will permanently fill the seat next year, and Highland won't be eligible to run in that election. There's a manhunt in Baltimore for at least 2 shooters who opened fire at a block party early Sunday morning. The gunfire killed 2 people and at least 28 others are hurt. More than a half of the wounded are younger than the age of 18, including a 13-year-old. We want to warn you, some of the footage that Scott McFarland has in this report might be disturbing.
Baltimore's mayor says the city is searching for those responsible for the shooting rampage at a block party in Baltimore's Brooklyn community early Sunday morning.
We are not going to stop until we find them and hold them accountable.
Surveillance video shows a crowd filled with teenagers and young adults running for their lives as a spray of gunfire hit 30 people, killing an 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man.
People were running everywhere, people were crying, people were out of breath.
Laquel Nelson had just left the block party when she heard a flurry of shots ring out. She told us she helped 2 people who were wounded and covered with blood into her car, racing them to the nearest hospital.
I'd read red lights, dodged around cars. I have children myself, and I would have wanted someone to have done it for my child if she was in that predicament.
In a city trying to deal with a scourge of gun violence, the mayor says law enforcement has seized more than 1,300 illegal guns this year alone.
Even with this mass shooting and this incident that we have, Baltimore is seeing a 20% reduction in homicides year over year, and even a reduction in non-fatal shootings, even with this shooting.
This was the 339th mass shooting in America this year, and one of at least 4 over the weekend. Scott McFarland, CBS News, Baltimore.
More national news now. One by one, Republican presidential challengers are weighing in on the wave of momentous decisions by the U.S. Supreme Court.
What the Supreme Court showed is regardless of where you're born and raised, what color you are, what gender you are going to be able to have individual freedom, and that's a win for the United States of America.
Last week, the High Court's 6-3 conservative majority ruled that race cannot be a factor when college and universities consider applicants. Justices also sided with a designer who opposed making same-sex wedding websites. And they invalidated President Biden's student loan forgiveness program that could have wiped out nearly $500 billion in borrower debt. Former Vice President Mike Pence has been forced to comment on the latest accusations against his former boss, Donald Trump. Mr. Pence says he recalls no pressure in the way the former president requested that he reach out to the Arizona governor, Doug Ducey. in the days following the 2020 election. Now, over the weekend, the Washington Post reported that Donald Trump tried to pressure Ducey to overturn the election results in that state. And with no big winners in Saturday night's Powerball, for just the second time this year, a Powerball jackpot worth more than $500 million goes up for grabs. You still got time to get tickets for tonight's drawing. It's going to be an estimated $522 million. Okay, we've been reminding you for a few weeks that today is the deadline to apply for FEMA assistance from the March 31st tornadoes. The agency permanently shut down disaster assistance centers last week, but you can still apply online. That's the fastest and easier way to do it. You just visit the website disasterassistance.gov. That portal could help you secure relief money for temporary lodging and home repairs, among other things. And for business owners, today is also the last day to apply for an SBA small business loan. We've been getting some calls here at the station. We wanted to remind you that today's Martin Luther King Jr. Commission food giveaway is going on. They're trying to give away about 10,000 pounds of food, and it's going on right now. The pre-4th of July giveaway event is at St. Luke Baptist Church in North Little Rock. It started at 11, and it runs until 2 this afternoon or while supplies last. That's important. The officials say the food giveaway will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Also happening today, lots of 4th of July festivities on tap. We're going to start with Freedom Fest at Conway's Beaver Fork Lake Park. You're looking at video from last year's event. It's free to get there. They'll have fireworks, food trucks, live music on site, along with the state park and swimming areas are all open as normal. It starts at 6:30. The fireworks show begins around 9:15. And if you're traveling near there, expect some heavy traffic and some detours. Over in Sherwood, you can celebrate the 4th tonight as well. Video from that city's annual Independence Day event from a previous year. Organizers say you can expect something a little different this time around, though. The new event is called Fireworks and Food Trucks. Okay, that makes sense. It's happening at the Greens at North Hills Golf Course. And true to the name, there will be food trucks on site, plus golf carts shuttling everybody around to help you get over to the food truck area, and then different viewing spots for the fireworks show and the city-sponsored parking area. That all starts at 6 o'clock. We've got a third celebration happening tonight in Hot Springs. Red Oak Missionary Baptist Church hosting a fireworks show of their own starting at 8:30 at southeast of downtown near Garvin Gardens. You can come prepared for free frozen treats and, of course, free water. And we don't want to leave out Saline County. You can catch Red, White, and Boom. The fun, which includes free food and music, starts at 6 p.m. at Riverside Park in Benton. Organizers say all you'll need is a lawn chair to attend. And if you like to shoot your own fireworks, you can expect stands to be busy as well. If you haven't already stocked up, there's still time. Some of the stands that we've been speaking with have reported plenty of inventory, and in some cases even enough to restock. But if you're hoping to get some of the more popular items, at this point you might want to temper your expectations.
But it's always best to come early to get your products because we run out of products, the most sought after ones early. And so if you wait to the last minute, you're going to miss probably your favorite firework that you're looking for.
What are those top-selling products? Well, they're artillery and cakes. Cakes are those square boxes that are filled with Roman candles or small aerial shells. There's a good chance they will be in short supply. Now, if you are someone who plans to use fireworks during the holiday, we want to remind you when and where they are allowed. In both Little Rock and North Little Rock, they're never legal to use, ever. In Benton, you can set them off today through Wednesday from 10 in the morning till 10 at night. And in Cabot, you can use fireworks tomorrow and Wednesday between the hours of 7 and 11. If you still have questions, we can get you answers. You can find a full list and the legalese of different places around the state right now on thv11.com. Coming up, the battle against the opioid addiction that rages on across the country, leaving many healthcare providers looking for new ways to help when people that need it the most can't get it. Just ahead, we will show you how a Michigan doctor is making big moves to save lives in her community. And Scott?
It's a hot afternoon. It's going to get a little bit warmer, but I'm also beginning to see some showers and thunderstorms popping up across the natural state here at the noon hour. More of those in today's forecast as well as tomorrow's. Of course, those could impact your holiday plans. We'll walk you through the timeline coming right up.